It is district final action here on WOSN. We are at Lima Senior High School for Minster and Delphos St. John's. Our pregame sponsor is brought to you by Wapakoneta Ford. View our new and pre-owned inventory at wapakonetaford.net, or you can visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapakoneta. Welcome into the broadcast alongside Josiah Stober. I'm Patrick Candler. We are ready to roll for this district final / rematch from earlier in the season. Josiah, Minster, and Delphos St. John's met. Of course, St. John's running the MAC, undefeated, 21-2 overall, and they handed it to Minster earlier on the season, but Minster, hopefully they feel like they're in the position maybe for a little bit of payback and a trip to regionals.
Yeah, absolutely. Played really early in the season, Minster coming off that longer run in the playoffs, but, just trying to get back, both teams, this is when you want to be playing your best, and you see both teams has handled their opponents on Thursday night. They'll be ready to come today.
Both teams playing their best basketball heading into this district final. Of course, some injury problems on the alert for Minster. We'll see how that unfolds as the game progresses. As we take a look at our tips for the game, brought to you by Wapakoneta Ford. What are we looking at first for Minster? What are we looking at for a win? For this game?
Well, first of all, you got to be able to defend the perimeter. We know how well this Blue Jays team shoots. Cam Elwer, everybody knows him in this area, how well they can shoot. But when he spreads the ball, when they're hitting, when that supporting cast is knocking down threes, they're very difficult to defend. So they got to find a way to defend that perimeter, but then also find some ways to probably switch up some defenses tonight. Not just allow St. John's to get on fire, which they did on Thursday night, put up a lot of points quickly. So they got to find ways to switch it up, give them some different looks.
And taking a look at the keys to the game for St. John's, if they want to make a regional, what do they have to do?
Yeah, well, I say the only kink in their offense on Thursday night was finishing inside. They knocked down 10 threes on the night, but they struggled inside. So if they can get inside and finish, that'll be huge for the Blue Jays. And finally, just that ball movement. Like I said, we know how well Cam Elwer, Andrew Elwer can score the ball, but when they have other guys that are knocking down shots, it's just so difficult to defend this Blue Jays team. So if they can get the ball movement, ball usually comes back to Cam, but if they can get that supporting cast going, good things are going to happen tonight.
Those are your Wapakoneta Ford keys to the game. It is a Division VII district final, having these for the first time in Ohio State basketball history. Happy to be here with you as we make history. Will the Blue Jays or the Wildcats make some school history of their own here tonight? Find out in just a few moments. We'll have the starting lineups and the tip-off between the Wildcats and the Blue Jays here on WOSN. Welcome back. About ready for basketball action to get started. Our first quarter sponsor is Busher Electric, a full-service electrical contractor servicing the area communities for over 40 years. You can depend on Busher Electric for all of your electric needs. Taking a look at the starting lineups for tonight's matchup between Delphos St. John's and Minster. Minster Wildcats being announced on the floor as we take a look at the starting lineup for the Wildcats. Some changes in that. Cole Albers not starting. We'll see how many minutes he plays, still kind of nursing the injury on that knee. As a result, Andrew Kettner brought in James Niemeyer, who's been seeing some more time lately. He will be brought in, but really a quick all-guard lineup really to start off here for the Minster Wildcats. Then taking a look at the starting lineup for the Delphos St. John's Blue Jays. 21-2, 9-0 in the MAC this season. They have been paced by, a lot of guys with the last name Elwer, and that's going to be 3/5 of their starting lineup tonight. Cam, Andrew, and Easton. Cam Elwer pacing the attack, 28.5 points this season, MAC Player of the Year. All the awards, all the honors. Will they be able to add district champion to that here in just a few moments as we see those lineups being put in there? And one thing that Josiah Stober, that what Minster has to be thinking is they got blown out by this team back in December, and again, it's a new year, quote unquote. It's the playoffs. Anything can happen, but you have to think that's in the back of your mind a little bit. Does that provide additional motivation, or do you think, man, these guys took us to task last time? Is that going to happen again?
Yeah, well, I think anytime you do get beat pretty handily like they did the first time, you want another opportunity, and you want it when you feel like you're playing your best. And we talked about this just a little earlier. You want to be playing your best at the end of the year, and right now, Minster's come in, haven't really been challenged a whole lot in this tournament. Been playing well here at the end of the year, so they feel like they're in a good spot. They hit 10 threes against Ridgemont on Thursday night. You know, so when you feel like your offense is clicking and you're limiting the other team's attack, you know, you give yourself a shot. So I'm sure there's some motivation. You know, hey, you know, let's give them their best here tonight, and I'm expecting that to happen.
As you said, Minster with some impressive victories here so far. 19-point win over Hardin Northern. There might have been some Minster people that weren't thrilled with that. Thought maybe you should have taken it to the Polar Bears maybe a little bit more. And then the big win over Ridgemont, who had an 18-5 season. Gophers having a terrific year, but running into the Wildcats. And now we'll see who is going to walk away from Lima Senior as the district champion. Lima here as Minster controlling it. Cole McClurg having it, getting it inside. James Niemeyer passing it in. Brogan Stiefy can't get that shot to fall. Rebound by the Blue Jays.
Yeah, and a good possession there by Minster, trying to get it inside, knowing that the St. John's team doesn't have a whole lot of size, so they want to see if they can get in even with these long and athletic guards that Minster has. And good shot, just not able to knock it down.
Cam Elwer with the basketball, guarded by Stiefy, trying to draw some contact, leans in, shot off back iron, no good, and that will go back to Minster.
Yeah, Minster's going to have to box out tonight. This St. John's team likes to shoot from the outside a lot, so a lot of long rebounds, and they do a good job of sending 2 or 3 guys to the board, so they're going to have to team rebound, not allow St. John's to have extra opportunities.
Ford with the basketball, guarded by Easton Elwer. Passing it off, Cole Richard. Now this is McClurg attacking. Off balance, shot no good. Going back the other way, almost forcing the turnover is Andrew Kettner, and we will get the foul. They called that on
Steffi.
Yeah, yep. Steffi picks up his first, team's first. Nice pass inside. The back door was wide open. Closed it quickly, did Minster. Nice defense there. Now Drew Boggs penetrating. Little too far underneath. Easton has it. Now to Cam. Cam attacking. Has it slapped away and into the hands of Minster. Here come the Wildcats. McClurg taking it coast to coast and in.
For Minster, you got to take advantage of those fast break points. Don't allow St. John's to get back defensively, and they did that there.
There's a nice strong take inside Jackson Weichert, and he is fouled.
You can see here on our Burke Petroleum instant replay, good take there by Weichert, unable to finish.
So that will send the Blue Jays to the line for the first time tonight. Weichert, 84% from the charity stripe, and as you look down this St. John's team, well, I jinxed them. I was about to say, look how great these free throw shooters are, and they are. They've had terrific. Weichert, 84% on the season, but you know you missed that first Lee Singers recipe chicken free throw. Second one is knocked in for the first points of the night for the Blue Jays. 2 minutes gone by here in quarter number 1 on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. 2-1, Minster on top. Passed out of trouble there with Cole Richard. Another attack inside, no problem there for McClurg.
And that's just a strong move by McClurg as he was able to get past it, and great take here from
strong moves. Elwer taking it in strong, and then he is fouled. I think that'll be the second on Niemeyer. So the 6'3" senior having some foul trouble, and I would imagine he's going to be replaced. First Lee's free throw for Cam Elwer is good. 94% from the free throw line. Cole Albers and Connor Smeezing check in for Minster. Second shot for Elwer, rims out, no good. Put back not on target. Boggs trying to save it from going out of bounds, but Scott Nurse right there on the call. It will be Minster basketball.
St. John's missing 2 free throws here early. They were 18 for 19 in their game against Ridgemont on Thursday night, so 2 for 4 here early.
Smeezing gives it up to McClurg. Looking for Albers inside. Minster trying to establish a presence inside. Albers does that. That first shot for him is off the mark. Elwer kicks back. Weichert. Cam has it top of the key, guarded by Smeezing. Looking to work it inside. Kicks it out. Weichert for three, no good. Blue Jays maintain possession. Elwer, top of the key, three. That one short, off the front iron, no good. Kick back, here's McClurg. He has it, looks to penetrate. Instead, he gives it up. Good ball movement so far here by the Wildcats.
Yeah, if you're Minster, you want to keep making this St. John's defense shift, and if you get it into Albers, didn't score any points on Thursday night, puts him two there.
Around the rim and down, it's a 6-2 Minster lead. Elwer has it. Had it slapped away for a moment. Nice spin move, working inside. That one off the mark. Shot's not falling early. King release, three ball on the way. That one off the mark. Put back right there by Minster. Steffi with the putback, and it's 8-2 Minster. He's gonna look at it.
Yeah, see on our Burke Petroleum Minster replay, it was just Cam Elwer looking to attack, trying to get this Blue Jays offense started. It's come out a little bit slow. Another foul on Minster, and that'll be their 14th foul here in the first quarter.
The fouls on Smeezing, and some substitutions now in. Braden Klaus in for St. John's. Tice McLean also checking in along with Maddox Kroger. And that one off the foot of Elwer, Andrew Elwer. Turnover forced. Minster looking to take advantage. Up 8-2 halfway through this first quarter on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. Look at its side. McClurg, ball slapped away. It's going to stay with the Wildcats.
See Minster here doing a good job, as you said earlier, working the ball around, then trying to get the ball into Albers. Got about 5 inches on the St. John's defender there. He's able to corral it and then look for those shooters on the outside.
Albers guarded underneath by Kroger, 6'1". That shot off the mark. Take a look at this again.
Let's see on our instant replay here as McClurg attacks, but great job there by Braden Klaus to move his feet and get up, elevate, and block that shot.
Albers had the basketball, top of the key, gives it up to McClurg. Three ball on the way, and good. Rory Lotick with three-pointers.
Minster just continuing that hot streak. As I said earlier, 10 threes on Thursday night.
There's a three-pointer corner. That one no good. Slapped and recovered by the Blue Jays. There's another three ball. That one is short. Might have been partially blocked, but additional contact in there will send. That's going to be Andrew Elwer to the line for 3 foul shots.
And that was Andrew Kettner with the foul. And looks like he just got a little bit of the hand as Andrew was going up, and official was right there on the spot.
First Lee's free throw is no good. Blue Jays struggling from the field in every capacity. Second Lee's free throw is no good. Everyone forgetting that it's 3 foul shots, not 2. But I've never had a coach yet turn down extra rebound practice. Here's the third Lee's free throw. That one is good. No field goals yet for the Blue Jays. All their points coming off of free throws. 11-3 Minster.
3 for 7 from the free throw line to start this game. So uncharacteristic of this Blue Jays team, but another strong take there.
Scoop shot by Stevie. 13-3. Elwer pulls up, three, top of the key, and that Waddix Jewelry three-pointer is good as gold, 13-6.
You're not going to keep Cam Elwer from scoring, but if you can make it difficult, and that's what Minster's trying to do here.
Bruce kicks out. Connor Schmeezing with a Waddix Jewelry three-pointer. Nice answer, and it's back up to a 10-point lead.
Connor Schmeezing had 2 threes. Only comes in averaging about 2 points a game, but had 2 threes on Thursday, so he's continued to be hot.
Give up. Klaus shot doesn't go, and a foul.
Here on a Burke Petroleum instant replay, just that size of Cole Albers going up straight, which I like that they don't call fouls on that anymore. With that body, as long as the defender goes straight up, they allow him to play, and Cole Albers did a great job there and came down with a rebound and drew some contact. So Minster, minute 30 to go, opportunity to extend this lead.
That was the first foul on Kroger, 15th foul on Minster. First team foul on Delphos St. John's. Turnover force. Blue Jays have it back. Coming up on the final minute of quarter number 1. Kick out. This is Easton Elwer. Shot. Well, maybe he lost the handle. They're going to call a foul there. It's going to be on Cole Albers. That's his first. First Lee's famous recipe chicken free throw is good. So Easton Elwer makes his first foul shot. Coach McClurg with some additional substitutions. Noah Schwederman checking in. Second Lee's free throw is good. Pull Richard back in the contest. Nice spin move there, and can't get it to go. St. John's fans wanting a travel call. Elwer taking it across the timeline. Double teamed, able to pass out of it. Nice job by him. Elwer has it again, top of the key, pulls up, three-pointer, short.
Minster doing a good job here, not allowing any second opportunities for St. John's. Pretty good look there, though, from Cam Elwer. Able to rise above the smaller defender and just not able to knock it down.
Final 18 seconds of quarter number 1. McClurg has it, guarded by Easton Elwer. 10 seconds. McClurg taking it strong, loses the handle of it, I think. They're going to say it was slapped away, so it'll be Minster basketball with 5.8 remaining.
Good hands there by the Blue Jays. Almost looked like McClurg was going to get to the rim, able to knock it away.
Indeed.
5.8 seconds to go.
Inbounds coming. McClurg passes it up. Quick three ball by Richard. That one is good. Shooter's touch. And shooter's rim to close down quarter number 1. And about as good a start as you could hope for the Wildcats. After one, 18-8 Minster. We're back after this on WOSN. Welcome back. Our second quarter sponsor is Busher Electric, a full-service electrical contractor servicing the area communities for over 40 years. You can depend on Busher Electric for all your electric needs. Our premier sponsor tonight for the Delphos St. John's Blue Jays is Ricker Lawn and Landscape. Contact Ricker Lawn and Landscape for all your lawn care needs, including fertilization and weed control programs, aerating, hydro seeding, irrigation service, insulation, and more. And our presenting sponsor, Army's Auto Wrecking, paying cash for your junk cars and trucks. Call Army's at 419-225-1896. Second quarter action starting here in this district final from Lima Senior. It is Minster with an 18-8 lead over Delphos St. John's. Blue Jays cold shooting to start, and so far continuing here into quarter number 2. Elwer with the rebound, giving them a second chance. Andrew spinning and called for the travel, and here's another look at it.
Yeah, as we see once again on our Burke Petroleum, just a couple extra steps there. It looks like he drugged that foot, his back foot there, and another turnover here. Minster just been more physical.
I was just going to say, Josiah, look at the first 8.5 minutes of this game. All of the passion, all of the energy, all of the hustle is over on Minster's side. And I'm not saying St. John's is sleepwalking necessarily, but the energy match is just not there. Minster is dominating it in that regard here in the early going.
Yeah, it was just nothing has been easy so far for the Blue Jays, and good take there by Richards, just unable to finish it. St. John's is going to have to find some ways to get some easy buckets, get this offense going.
Only one field goal in the first quarter for the Blue Jays. There they get their second field goal of the game, courtesy of Drew Boggs.
And that's something you just sometimes need to see, is just that ball go through the hoop to get your offense going. So your St. John's got to get a stop here, get the ball back, give it into their offense.
Minster with the basketball, holding on to an 8-point lead. Trying to set up offense here as McClure controls near the chin of the Spartan. Now he dribbles back out. Iffy passing it off back into the hands of McClure. McClure drives and hits. 14-footer is good.
And you just see Minster in this offense working the ball around, taking their time, getting the shots that they want, and able to finish.
Andrew Elwer, he's stopped. Corner three by Drew Boggs. That Loddick's Julie three-pointer is good.
We'll see Drew Boggs here on a 5-0 run for St. John's, trying to give them that third attacker, and looks like we'll have a timeout.
Timeout called here on the floor. Metzger Financial Services timeout with 5:42 remaining. We will take it as well. 7-point lead for Minster here on WOSN. Welcome back. Our scoreboard sponsor tonight, Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. Our instant replays brought to you by Burke Petroleum, now offering propane for residential, farm, commercial, and industrial users. Burke Petroleum, dependable, available 800-776-3097. And our free throw sponsor, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Wapak, Delphos, and St. Mary's. Locally owned and operated, Lee's is not just famous for chicken, famous for catering as well. 5:42 here in quarter number two. It's a 20-13 lead for the Minster Wildcats. St. John's trying to figure out the shooting. Only one field goal, as we mentioned, in the first quarter. They've got two here in the second, but still trailing by 7. Minster with the basketball.
Minster here continuing that offensive strategy here of just take your time. Everybody's been touching the ball. They try to get the ball inside and then see if they can kick it out. And another good take inside by Niemeyer.
Niemeyer connects. It's a 9-point Minster lead. Elwer gets it to go on the other side. Blue Jays looking to get him going. He has 6 points. 7-point lead for Minster. McClure off balance, puts that shot up, no good, out of bounds. That will go back to St. John's. Cole Albers checking back into the contest as, you know, we talked a little earlier, maybe a little unstable on that left knee. It looks like he's in there, he's competing. But so far, you look at this, Minster has a 7-point lead, and Albers mostly a non-factor, at least from the scoreboard perspective.
Yeah, and you can see he's moving a little bit better than earlier in this week. And there's Lower, another three, second one on the night.
Loddick Jewelry three-pointer, closing the gap to within 4. And that is what Delphos St. John's can do so well. They can score in bunches, and even though they're down, they can be down by double digits, and they have been. They've cut it quickly to a 2-possession game.
Well, if you're Minster here, you don't want to rush anything. You've had a lot of success just being patient, getting the ball inside, and then getting a attack later in the possession. But you can tell the Blue Jays fans really getting their team into it right now.
Blue Jays fans fired up. If you're Minster, you don't want to let that get to your head. Albers calmly, hook shot, no good, off the back iron. Long pass looking for Easton, and no, put back right there. Hoop in the harm. Drew Boggs.
The Blue Jays fans all up on their feet, cheering on the effort here in the last 2 minutes. And Drew Boggs has really been the spark here in the second quarter. That's 7 points here. Opportunity to make it 8.
Nice little 10-4 run by the Blue Jays. Opportunity to cut it down to a 1-point lead as substitutions coming in now. Albers will have a seat. Niemeyer is going to check back in for him. Cole McClurg, I think, had a bit of a breather. He'll come back into it. Boggs at the line for the Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw. And hits. 3-point play and a 1-point lead for Minster. Eight points for Boggs tonight. 9 points for Cam Elwer. Minster trying to hang on to the lead. 3:30 to go on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard here in quarter number 2. Niemeyer, shot no good. And a foul committed. Niemeyer, sorry, that's Connor Schmeezing, I think, a little too eager to go after the basketball. Note they called Niemeyer on it. That's his third. So Niemeyer picks up his third foul, and he will head to the bench. Noah Schwederman, 6'3" junior, will check in his place. And inside, Jackson Reichert giving St. John's the lead for the first time tonight.
That's a miscommunication by Minster, but good play call by St. John's, trying to set a screen for Cam Elwer, and both defenders went with him and finds the open guy wide open for the layup.
10-0 run for the Blue Jays. We talked about momentum earlier. It has swung all the way over to the blue and gold. That shot, short, rebound, corralled, and goes from Schwederman. Elwer working inside, showing some shifty moves. Shot a little under the basket. Here is Boggs from downtown. Roddick Julie three-pointer is good.
The senior Drew Boggs came ready to play here. Another three gives him 11. Been the spark this Blue Jays offense is needed.
Hook shot there by Schwederman is no good, and a foul. Out of bounds, rather. And a Metzger Financial Services timeout. St. John's on the prowl. 2:06 to go here in the first half. We'll be back here on WOSN. Our timeout sponsor is Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. 2:06 to go, and Delphos St. John's has turned it around. 2-point lead for the Blue Jays here as we are coming up on the end of the first half. Minster with the basketball. And stolen away by Cam Elwer. Thought about the three, got his man up, pass, nice pass inside, but that's kicked back. Elwer for the Roddick Julie three-pointer. He's heating up. If you know, you know. 5-point lead.
Well, if you're Minster here, is just get back to what you were doing before. You don't have to rush shots. The worst thing you can do is get into a shooting match with this St. John's team, and the last about 3 or 4 minutes taking some really bad shots. And
long three-pointer by Cole McClurg, and that one no good. Elwer spin, nice inside. Kroger gives it back, and a travel. There underneath that would have been a difficult one to finish, and yeah, you would have to think maybe with this part of where we are in the game, maybe not settling for 25-foot shots.
Yeah,
as an example.
Absolutely. Not a good shot there by Cole McClurg, and they've done a good job when in their possessions, 30 to 40 seconds, moving the ball, everybody touching the ball, trying to get it inside and then kick it out. And just really here, I think they're feeling that intensity from the Blue Jays fan base there, just not taking good shots.
McClurg looking inside again, can't get it to go. Rebound, Elwer taking it up in strong. Largest lead of the night for the Blue Jays keeps building. 7-point lead for Delphos St. John's. 22 seconds to go in the first half. As both fan bases rise to their feet. Stiffy pulls up, three-pointer, top of the key, no good, can't get it to go. Elwer with 3 seconds. Will he get one off? No, not in time. And that is how the first half concludes. Delphos St. John's storming back after being down 10 at the end of the first quarter. They are up 7 at halftime. We'll have the Wapakoneta halftime coming up. Wapakoneta Ford halftime coming up when we come back here on WOSN. Halftime here at Lima Senior. Our halftime sponsor is Wapakoneta Ford. View our new and pre-owned inventory at wapakonetaford.net or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapakoneta. Patrick Hamler, Zayastoba here with you as Delphos St. John's turns it around in quarter number 2. They have a 31-24 lead. Welcome into our broadcast position. I'm Patrick, he's Josiah, and that energy that we saw from Minster, that was all the momentum, was all on their side, and you really saw St. John's just rip that back in quarter number 2.
Yeah, absolutely, and it really was just Drew Boggs and Cam Elwer in that second quarter. Drew Boggs 11 points alone in that second quarter, and then Cam Elwer got hot there at the end, had 10 points just in that second quarter, scored 21 out of their 23 points in that second quarter alone. But for Minster, they got to get back to what they were doing in that first quarter, which was simply taking care of the ball, taking good shots, working the ball, not allowing St. John's to get them moving faster than they want to, and that's really what happened about that last 4 minutes of that second quarter. They were just really taking shots that they weren't taking in that first quarter. So, if you're Coach McClure going in going, guys, let's calm down, take our time, get some good shots, and when they did that, they showed a lot of success.
You saw really the struggle for Delphos St. John's trying to find shots. They had 2 field goals in that first quarter. Second quarter, they outscored Minster 23-6, so they found that range. So now I think the thing you have to look at if you're head coach Mike McClurg is, all right, assuming they don't go cold again, how do you deal with the fact that St. John's probably has found their range, probably going to start hitting some shots? You're not going to hold this team to 40 points. So how do we navigate this knowing that it's going to be a battle all the way through for the final 16 minutes of this one? Yeah,
well, I think if you're Minster, they got a little bit in foul trouble too. Cole Albers had 2. James Niemeyer, I believe, had 3 there in that first half. So, if you're them, you might have to protect them a little bit, switch up your defenses a little bit, force a lot more help, especially on Elwer, even a little bit off Boggs, but find ways that you can work, rotate, become physical again. They lost some of that physicality in that second quarter, and if they can do that, they can get themselves back in this game.
Be interesting to see how they approach Cam Elwer, as you mentioned, really kind of asserting himself in that second quarter. 14 points. Drew Boggs, of course, going way over his average. He is at 11 points in that quarter. He averages about 6, and you'd have to say at some point you can live with Cam doing what he does, but at the end of the day, you have to make someone else beat you, I think, if you're Minster.
Yeah, absolutely. And, that's when St. John's has struggled this year. It's when Cam Elwer gets his points because he's always going to, but it's just really limiting. And they've done a good job on Andrew Elwer. Only 1 point here in that first half, but it's been Drew Boggs kind of coming alive and really bringing that energy and excitement that he's brought in that second quarter to get St. John's going offensively. So, yeah, they just got to continue, I think, to switch up their defenses if you're Minster, provide that help, which they did in the first quarter, and continue to do that and see if they can get some shots to go down.
That's your Wapakoneta Ford halftime show adjustment. When we come back, it will be the third quarter. We'll see how this one wraps up, what both teams make for adjustments heading out of the locker room. 31-24, Delphos St. John's on top of Minster. We'll be back here on WOSN. Welcome back to Lima Senior High School. Almost ready for the third quarter. Our third quarter sponsor is Busher Electric, a full-service electrical contractor servicing the area communities for over 40 years. You can depend on Busher Electric for all your electric needs. Our premier sponsor for St. John's is Ricker Lawn and Landscape. Contact Ricker Lawn and Landscape for all your lawn care needs, including fertilization and weed control programs, aerating, hydroseeding, irrigation service, installation, and more. And our presenting sponsor is Army's Auto Wrecking. Pay cash for your junk cars and trucks. Call Army's at 419-225-1896. 31-24, Delphos St. John's on top of Minster. Patrick Hamler and Josiah Stober high above Lima Senior for this Division 7 district final. The winner of this contest moving on to regionals, where they will take on the winner of the Elida district in Division 7, which is going to be either Miller City or Fort Jennings. As we pull up the brackets there for you, as we said, the winner of this one will play at Elida on the 4th of March. So we are winding down the high school basketball season, first season with 7 divisions represented, and that's going to make for some fun matchups down the road.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, with this new, but good take there by McClurg, but looked like he was more focused on the contact than making the layup, and unfortunately misses that easy two.
You're absolutely right. Now here's Easton Elwer. That one spinning up and off a couple of Blue Jays, back into the hands of Minster as we get the third quarter started, and around the rim and in. Cole Richard putting that one in. 5 points for Richard in the game so far. 5-point lead for the Blue Jays. Free ball on the way. Andrew Elwer with a Lodex Jewelry three-pointer.
Yeah, Andrew had been quiet early in that first half, but comes out, sees the ball go through the net, knocks down a big three.
Looking for Albers inside, 2 points, 2 fouls here in the first half, and he doubles his total with that bucket there. Easton kicks out, working it around, back the other way. Boggs for 3, no good.
You see Minster switching up to that 2-3 zone, as we talked about switching up a little bit, but good take there by Richards.
Richard, nice scoop. Minster crowd getting into it now. Good start for the Wildcats. Blue Jays maybe with an answer. How about a long Lodex Jewelry three-pointer as Andrew Elwer connects on that one from Family of Faith. And a Metzger Financial Services timeout, 6:19 to go, 37-30. We're back after this on WOSN. Welcome back, 37-30. Blue Jays with the lead as we're starting to feel like maybe they're all stabilizing a little bit. No cold streaks, no hot streaks necessarily. It's just, here we are, coming out of the Metzger Financial Services timeout, and maybe we're just ready for good old basketball now.
Yeah, both teams. You see some of the adjustments made early with Minster coming out in that 2-3 zone, but it's been Andrew Elwer for the Blue Jays responding with 2 threes, and Cole Albers once again taking it in.
That one was a little short, and that one was a little long. Looking for just right next time down the court. Nice attack, and that one goes in. Andrew Elwer attacking.
Well, just amazing what a little confidence will bring you. Andrew Elwer now with just 8 points here alone in that third quarter. Saw the ball go through the hoop, and now he's attacking, being more aggressive. And
an offensive foul called against Cole Albers. Here's a petroleum replay.
Yeah, we see Cole Albers there making that double move. And good defense there by the Blue Jays, holding his ground. I think the official just saw that elbow to the face, and unfortunate for Albers, but Blue Jays will get the ball back.
I'm sure, depending on who you're rooting for, is how you saw it. In any case, it is an offensive foul. Third one on Cole Albers as he heads to the bench.
Now we see Minster come out a little bit of 1-3-1, so starting to really switch up those defenses.
Brogan Steffi down low. in that 1-3-1 zone. Now Cam pulls up, long three, no good. Rebound is St. John's. Well, it's up and loose. It looks like that St. John's got it, and the Metzger Financial Services timeout, able to save the possession. And we will take it. 5:04 to go. 9-point lead for the Blue Jays here on WOSN. Our scoreboard sponsor tonight is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. And our instant replays brought to you by Burke Petroleum, now offering propane for residential, farm, commercial, and industrial users. Burke Petroleum, dependable, available. 800-776-3097. Back after it here, it will be Blue Jay basketball. 5:04 to go here in the third quarter. Elwer controlling, giving it up. Elwer for three. A lot of fury three-pointer good for Andrew Elwer. And the shooting of the Blue Jays starting to pull them away in this one. Steffi gives it back, puts it up. This is McClurg controlling. Kicks it back out. Richard. And a timeout. Mike McClurg wants to talk it over. Metzger Financial Services timeout. It's a 12-point lead for Delphos St. John's. 4:34 to go here in the third quarter. Keep it right here for right now. It's a 12-point lead, and Delphos St. John's, you're starting to see them start to believe. The shooting touch is there, and if you're Minster, you got to be thinking, all right, we got to do something. We got to do something to stop what could be this avalanche coming at us.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, they have switched up defenses, but even when you do that in the zone, is you still got to know where the shooters are at, and Andrew Elwer's just been standing almost in the same spot for all his threes and knocking them down. They now have 8 threes here in this game. So if you're Minster, you know, it's not a bad idea to switch it up, but you got to be telling your guys, hey, know where the shooters are at, and we got to make sure we rotate and get a hand up on them.
Drew Boggs, Cam Elwer, and Andrew Elwer have 37 of Delphos St. John's 42 points. That's where the offense is coming from. They really haven't needed any of the other guys to just step up and at least put up a lot of points. It's been mainly those three, and right now, Minster still searching for answers.
Yeah, and if you're Minster, you got to be happy. Cam Eller only has 14 points here in the third quarter, but they've allowed those other guys to get hot, and we talked about it just earlier, is you can't allow that supporting cast to get going, and St. John's has had that.
Nice back door wide open there for Steffi, and he connects. Layup is good. He has 9 points, stopping the Delphos St. John's run back down to a 10-point lead for the Blue Jays, as this game has completely flipped since the end of the first quarter. Cam working against Brogan, up and under and in.
So strong and under control. Even with the contact, he's able to compose himself and go up for the easy two.
Albers working down low, double team, gets around, shot not falling, second chance opportunity not going as well. And a foul down here on the floor.
You see here on our Burke Petroleum instant replay, and Cole Albers doing some good work down low, but goes Richards on the backside with that rebound and gets fouled by Andrew Elwer.
Albers having some trouble connecting from the floor tonight, only with 4 points. Normally a 62% shooter from the field, and we'll have another foul. And I think that's going to go, yep, that's going to be on Andrew Elwer, so he gets 2 fouls in about 15 seconds. And it looks like he is going to stay in as Minster will inbound. McClure gives up, slapped away by Cam. We'll do it again. This time in the corner, inbound. Albert's had it up top. Now this is McClure working, gives it back up. Richard, 3 ball, good for a Locks Jewelry 3-pointer.
their first Minster in double figures with 10.
Pull up. No good, but that will send Elwood to the line as Steffi picks up his second. Team second on Minster. And that one good. First free throw attempts, I believe, for Delphos St. John since the first quarter. They make good on that one. Back to a 10-point lead. This leaves Famous Recipe Chicken free throw also good. 11-point lead, 46-35, St. John's.
Yeah, St. John's 8 for 12 now from the free throw line. Started off a little slow there, but starting to knock some down here, up that percentage.
Richard driving in, off balance shot is good.
For Minster here, you got to get a stop. Try to string some of those together to get back into this game.
So we've got a stoppage here. I think, yeah, they saw some blood on Cam Elwer, I think on his elbow. So that'll stop play here for just a moment. Some substitutions coming in as Connor Schmeezing will head into the contest for Minster. So Cam gets patched up and we are back to action. Easton, that one popped away. Richard has it, looking for it all the way and gets it. That's exactly what you were talking about earlier, Josiah. Able to get a stop and then a quick score like that, and Minster able to hang around.
Just got to keep getting these stops, string a couple of them together so that you can get back into this game. At least make it difficult for this Blue Jays offense.
Elwert, double team, gives it up. Andrew, back to Cam. Cam working underneath. That shot blocked by Albers and out of bounds on Minster.
Yeah, we see here on our patrolling Minster replay, some just physicality there. Cam Elwer going strong, but it's Cole Albers there meeting him at the basket. Two hands blocked. Ball will go back to the Blue Jays.
Kicking it out. Here's Andrew for three, and it's good. Lloyd Locksley three-pointer. 15 points for Andrew Elwer. I think it's all three-pointers, too.
4 threes.
4 threes, okay. Yep. Back to a 10-point lead, 49-39. Albers looking for some space, trying to find the range there. Does, and the foul.
Once again on our replay, Cole Albers being patient inside. Little move there, draws some contact, goes up. Opportunity here for a three-point play.
Foul on Jackson Weichert, his first. Team's third. And now that'll put Albers at the line for a Lee's Famous Chicken free throw. 60% from the charity stripe this season. And no good.
Okay, that's the first free throw that Minster shot today.
Four corners.
I believe you're right. Under a minute to go here in the Busher Electric third quarter. Nice pass, Easton inside. Can't get the finish there as Boggs is fouled trying to go back up for it. And I think that will be the second on Connor Schmeezing. Here's the Brook Petroleum replay.
Looked like just a little contact over the back there by the Wildcats. And really not a bad foul, as it's only team foul number 3.
And now I think they're going to have Jackson Weichert get some medical attention. He's got a nosebleed, or a bloody nose. sure there were some people wondering, what's the difference? Well, I'm not going to go into it here.
Let's see if they have to get a sub, but must be okay.
So that's a bloody nose. Splitting hairs here this afternoon. Going up, Boggs with the patience and the foul. Going up on the Burke Petroleum replay, getting up around the defense, and a chance for their version of a three-point play. It's the third foul on Steffi. So the foul starting to creep up here for the Wildcats with 46 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Andrew Kettner coming back in for Minster as Smeezing has a seat.
So for Minster, number 0, James Niemeyer.
Niemeyer coming in for Albers. And now Boggs at the line, 85% from the charity stripe. This leaves free throw. And it makes it a three-point play. So then Boggs will have a seat. 44 seconds and counting here in quarter number 3. 11-point lead for Delphos St. John's. McClurg with the basketball. Minster slowing it down, waiting for the last shot. Directing traffic there is Steffi. Pulls up, corner, good. 9-point lead, this one put up at the buzzer, no good. 3 in the books here from Lima Senior. The Blue Jays are 8 minutes away from a district crown. Can they hold off Minster? We'll find out here on WOSN. Welcome back. Our fourth quarter sponsor is Busher Electric, a full-service electrical contractor servicing the area communities for over 40 years. You can depend on Busher Electric for all your electric needs. Our free throw sponsor is Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, located in Wapak, Delphos, and St. Mary's. Locally owned and operated, Lee's is just not famous for chicken, they're famous for catering too. And our three-point sponsor is Laudix Jewelry, your family-owned and operated jeweler for over 70 years. Visit them at 1244 South Shannon Street in Van Wert or online at laudix.com. 52-43. Our score here in the Division 7 Lima Senior District Final. Delphos St. John's holding on to a 9-point lead over Minster. Patrick Hamler, Josiah Stover here with you. Third quarter, much more competitive than either of the first 2 quarters. Delphos St. John's outscoring them 21-19, but Minster is going to have to close that gap if they want to come back in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about it. Got to get some stops. Can't get in a shootout with St. John's, and as you said, 21-19 third quarter, and they just got to find some ways to string these stops together. And if you're St. John's, just continue to be strong with the ball, as Minster's going to continue to be physical here, try to get some steals, but a good play.
Backdoor, Easton Elwer is there. Good play. And that's how the fourth quarter gets started here for the Blue Jays. Albers backing down his man, no good. Albers has struggled down low. Here's Boggs taking it inside, and it will not count.
Looks like the official said he took too many steps to go up for that layup. Thought he might try to go and hammer one down, but turnover on the Blue Jays, and Minster come back with the ball.
So no basket, much to the chagrin of the St. John's faithful. Richard, pull up, 17-footer, no good. Rebound by Elwer Andrew. Cam has it by the timeline, directing traffic. Here comes the double team. Easton has it, looking inside, ball slapped away, and turnover. And still fighting for it, asking for a timeout. I think we're going to get a tie-up. Possession arrow favoring Minster. Kettner to inbound for Minster. The Wildcats want to come back in this one. They're going to have to replicate what they did in the first quarter here in the fourth quarter. Limit the possessions and shots and hit some of their own. That's how you start it. Albers with the bucket.
Can Minster now get a stop here as you see them just trying to get the ball out of Cam Elwer's hands.
Easton all alone hits the Lodex Jewelry three-pointer. Richard with a three ball of his own. That one is short. Good hustle play, trying to get it back, and that will be St. John's basketball. Minster had an 18-8 lead at the end of the first quarter. St. John's stormed back through the second, took the lead back at 26-24 near the end of the second quarter, and they have not relinquished it. Now having a 12-point lead with 5:36 to go here in the fourth. Nice pass inside, Weichert all alone and finishes.
It makes Cam Elwer so difficult. It's such a good passer out of those double teams. Finds his teammate for the easy bucket.
Here's McClure, top of the key three, no good. Rebound, corralled, foul on the floor. That's going to wave off that three-pointer made as Broken Steffi's like, you got to be kidding me. Cam Elwer commits his first foul, team's first. Brief stoppage here while we wipe off the perspiration on the Lima Senior Court. Inbound to Albers, who has it top of the key, closely guarded, gives up to McClure. Richard with a long three, that one no good.
Minster's got to get some stops here. See if they decide to run somebody else at Cam. And Blue Jays just going to take their time, run some time off the clock here.
Andrew, pretty by Albers, gets away. Easton all alone again, gives it up, and Weichert finishes.
Just an unselfish play there.
Back to the way-in, Albers throws it down. And a Metzger Financial Services timeout with 4:31 to go here in quarter number four. 14-point lead, 61-47. We're back after this on WOSN. Welcome back. Our three-point sponsor is Lodex Jewelry. For your family-owned and operated jeweler for over 70 years, visit them at 1244 South Shannon Street in Van Wert or online at lodex.com. Our timeout sponsor, Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit metzgerfinancialservices.com. Delphos St. John's 14-point lead over the Minster Wildcats here in quarter number four, as Minster has been able to chop into the lead different times, getting it down to as little as 7 at some points, but St. John's just continuing to make buckets when they need to and just playing solid defense. Minster not able to find the range on a lot of shots, and it's all kind of combining to be a recipe for a St. John's win. There's a nice hustle play there by Steffi to try to go after the basketball, and he will be called for the foul instead. That's his fourth.
The team's second
Minster here. You're going to have to find some ways to get a few steals here. But what we've seen so far in this fourth quarter is just St. John's being unselfish, finding the open person, and then knocking down some easy layups.
Minster running out of time, running out of fouls. We'll see what St. John's does in the final half of this fourth quarter. How about Elwer attacking? Couldn't get it to go. Albers with the rebound. Still plenty of time. Here's McClure. Got one off balance and no good.
Good take there by McClure. Like to see him maybe jump stop there and get his balance and go up strong. As the time continues to tick off this clock here, about 3:30 left to go.
Pressure pushing Andrew further back on the timeline, gives it up to Cam. And that will be a foul on Albers, and that will be his, I think that's his, they say it's his, the PA said third. They've got fourth up there. My scorecard says fourth, although that's probably the least accurate of anything that's out here right now. We'll go with 4. I like to decide those things by committee, as you know. So more mopping up the perspiration on the floor, and we're back to action. .318 and counting. St. John's on their way. Looking for their first trip to regional since 2017. All the way is Box. 3 minutes to go. Smeezing looking for someone, finds Richard. Nice take there, up and over and around for the bucket.
This has got to put a little more pressure on St. John's. That will be foul number 4. So the next foul will put St. John's at the free throw line.
It's a second foul on Richard. Committed on Andrew Elwer. Delphos St. John's in district final last year. They lost at Elida 56-43 to Pandora Gilboa. And unless something truly absurd happens here, they are going to advance to regionals for the first time in 8 years. And we'll have another foul. That's going to be on Cole Albers, and I believe that will be it for Albers. That is his 5th. So that will be it for him. He fouls out with 6 points.
10 points.
10 points.
Yeah, 10 points.
Meanwhile, that leaves Famous versus Pachican. Free throw by Andrew Elwer is good. Second Lee's free throw is up and good. Largest lead of the night for the Blue Jays, 65-49. Ball intercepted by Elwer. Andrew dribbles out of the double team. And has it slapped away. Bringing it across is Stiefy, and he finishes with a right hand. And a Metzger Financial Services timeout on the floor with 1:47 to go, as it's a 14-point lead here for Delphos St. John's. And as we mentioned, they get to move on. They'll take on the winner that we will find out later on today between Miller City and Fort Jennings. Both of those teams at 18-6. And it's going to be I don't know if it's old-fashioned, but it's going to be a good old Putnam County League versus MAC dogfight in the regionals, which I don't know that you see that often.
No, not, a product of our 7 divisions now, so, you'll see that those teams that you might have seen in sectionals or district now might get moved down the road a little bit to regionals, but just like anything, should be a good battle. A lot of physicality between the MAC and the Putnam County. So as of now, it looks like a minute 44 to go. St. John's will await that winner.
Well, what's interesting is you get, as you alluded to, Josiah, you get used to certain teams you play at certain times if you're perennially in the postseason. As we'll have a foul here on the court. That's going to be the third foul on Richard. You're used to facing certain teams at certain times, and then with the move from 4 to 7 divisions, it kind of throws all that off. So you're going to look at a matchup that's, say it's Delphos St. John's versus whoever it's Fort Jennings and Miller City. That Lee's free throw is good. And your thought's going to be, wait, that's a regional? Like, not a reflection on the teams at all.
No.
But it's, we're not supposed to play you now. We're supposed to play you at some other time.
Well,
Regionals is when we play somebody that, doesn't live right down the road from us. Second Lee's free throw is good.
Yeah, well, we talked about earlier this year and towards the end when teams, playing each other, and you're like, oh, what are they going to do? Because you typically see them, in another week or so in tournament, and now they're in different divisions. So, yeah, like you said, it's a little bit different this year. We're learning.
Right, yeah. Normally we play this team. What do you mean they're in another division? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Looks like here that St. John's might be shooting free throws.
Fourth foul on James Niemeyer. As the Blue Jays are well on their way to wrapping this one up. First Lee's free throw is good. And there's most coaches, almost probably every coach will tell you, there's really no such thing as moral victories. Minster lost to St. John's early in the season. Their second game of the year, they lost 73-49. That second free throw, Lee's free throw is good. Closer result this time, Elwer with the block. But still not the result that Mike McClurg and company were hoping for when they laced him up today.
No, and you can see here on our Burke Petroleum replay is Cam Elwer getting up a little bit and blocking that shot. And
Tice McLean checking in for the Blue Jays. Ball passed in, Niemeyer on there, out on the floor with 4 fouls. Three ball pulled up and hit. A lot of jewelry, 3-pointer for Steffi.
That's the 4th three of the afternoon for this Wildcats team, and unfortunately it came just a little bit too late.
And a foul committed. That's going to be the 5th on Niemeyer. So that'll put Elwer at the line, and that will end Niemeyer's night as the 6'3" senior wraps up his high school career. That'll put Elwer on for a few more Lee's famous recipe chicken free throws as Coach McClurg is going to empty his bench. See Dominic Meyer, Taylor Fancher, Carson Kaler, Parker Kerrigan, and Beckham Steffi checking in, getting some district final experience. And you think, what kind of experience are you going to get being on a court for 37 seconds in a game that's well out of hand? Well, anytime you're on the court is experience.
St. John's missed 4 free throws in that first quarter. Haven't missed one since. 17 for 21 in the game today from the free throw line.
Their last field goal was to give them 63 points. It's been nothing but free throws since, as that 3 ball up there is no good by Beckham Steffi. final seconds of this one as McLean brings it across the timeline. Delphos St. John's with a 17-point lead. And for the first time since 2017, they are heading to a regional semifinal. Blue Jays advance. Delphos St. John's takes it 71-54. We're back for more after this on WOSN. The district finals in the books here from Lima Senior. Delphos St. John's, your 2024-2025 Lima Senior District champions. 71-54 the final as they are triumphant over the Minster Wildcats. The Blue Jays getting their medals, and we'll shortly get the plaque as we wrap things up here from Lima Senior. Patrick Kamler, Josiah Stober, and this was a game that Minster came out to a great start. They had a 10-point lead. It was 18-8, and then Delphos St. John's took control of this one in the second quarter and really never looked back. It was more competitive in the third and mostly in the fourth quarters, but that second quarter was the main difference. Blue Jays took the lead 26-24 in the second quarter, and they never looked back.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're Minster, you're happy with that start, as you said. Really the perfect start, getting out, forcing St. John's to really work. But as you said, that second quarter, they just started to get hot, and it really was Drew Boggs kind of igniting that offense, scoring 10 points there in that second quarter. And then Elwer, picked it up too, Cam Elwer. But then in that third quarter, it was Andrew coming out, knocking down 4 threes in that third quarter. So it was really just by committee tonight. Those big three of Cam Elwer, Andrew Elwer, and Drew Boggs scored 55 points for the Blue Jays. And so, congratulations, Minster, on a great season. They competed hard, and even more congratulations as St. John's as they move on to regionals.
Easton Elwer also chipping in there. So a lot of Elwers getting buckets and not the usual suspects. Easton Elwer finishing with 9 points as well. So getting a lot of production from a lot of different places as St. John's holds it up. The district championship plaque is St. John's getting it done, and they move on to regionals. As they said, they'll take on the winner of either Miller City or Fort Jennings, and that one will be in Elida. We'll have that one for you next week here on WOSN as they are getting ready to cut down the nets here at Lima Senior. So there you see the road that the Blue Jays have taken to get to this point, and you look at it and you think St. John's really hasn't had significant competition. Their games have all been, this is probably the toughest they've faced in Minster. And once they kind of established themselves, they ran and dominated this one from the second quarter on. Minster having a terrific season. They finish at 16-9. They finished 6-3 in the MAC this season. Michael McClurg having a terrific year as a lot of these guys will be coming back. Of course, Cole Richard a senior, Connor Smeezing a senior, Brogan Steffi a senior, but some other guys coming up. Looking forward to see what the Wildcats do in the future. But for the Blue Jays, future is now. They head to regionals as they cut down the nets here at Lima Senior, and that is going to wrap up our broadcast for this evening. Once again, your final here from Lima Senior. It's a 71-54 win. Want to thank John Zell, Athletic Director for Lima City Schools, having to navigate when exactly we were going to put this game on and have it available. Glad that is able to work out. Glad that we could bring you the action. Jennifer Beck, our director, Kelsey Beimer, Grace Beck on cameras, making sure you can see all of the action that we brought you this afternoon. Kelly gets back at master control. Nick Fraley back at the ranch doing something important, no doubt. Final score, 71-54. Delphos St. John's advances. For Josiah Stober and our entire WOSN staff, I'm Patrick Kamler saying so long, everyone, from Lima.